The U.S. charged and charging others with spying. The Oscar ceremony you've never heard of, with good reason. And Patty Hearst kidnapped by the Pekingese Liberation Army? Who did that? Hey again, good to be back with you. Spy versus Spy kicking off the download today. Starting in Washington and the arrest of a Defense Department official on charges of spying for China. FBI investigators say Greg Bergensen passed classified intelligence about Taiwan to two agents of Beijing working in the U.S., all three now in custody. Also in custody, although on unrelated charges, a former Boeing engineer accused of economic espionage, also for China. In a turnabout, Bolivia's President Evo Morales saying a U.S. embassy officer, quote, offended Bolivia by encouraging espionage among Peace Corps volunteers. The officer allegedly asked U.S. volunteers and students like John Van Schaik here to pass on information about Cubans and Venezuelans working in Bolivia. That, if true, a big no-no. U.S. Ambassador Philip Goldberg denying the charge, but apologizing all the same, sort of the diplomatic equivalent of, my bad. The Oscars nearly 2 weeks away, and by Oscars we mean the you like me, you really like me, big boy kind. Oscar's little brother, the Academy's Technical Awards, or Geekies as we'll call them, handed out last weekend. Wait a minute, last weekend? And we're just getting the footage now? Oh well, nothing geeky about actor Jessica Alba helming the awards. Among this year's winners, the inventors of this, the Tiny Fogger, which pretty much is what it sounds like. Tiny Fogger Award winners showing us exactly why we call these the Geekies. Stop it, you're killing me. Or just stop it. Still, on the positive side, at least there was no Joan Rivers. And speaking of winners, not Joan Rivers. Ladies and gentlemen, your next American Idol. Yeah, just kidding. This actually the International Deer Calling Championships in Dortmund, Germany. The competition fierce, but in the end, 43-year-old Immo Ortlieb showing us his winning form. Oof. You know, folks, we had a joke here, but honestly, in the interest of good taste, let's just skip it. Finally today, people of a certain age, those old enough to remember disco the first time around, say, no doubt will remember these. This, the heiress Patty Hearst, of course, during her days with the Symbionese Liberation Army as a brainwashed bank robber named Tanya. Hey, speaking of, did Symbionia ever get liberated? Oh well, Hearst herself freed decades ago by the SLA. Now, why the history lesson? Well, Monday in New York City, Patty Hearst Shaw's French Bulldog won Best Female in Breed at the Westminster Kennel Club competition. Diva's her name, her win coming nearly 34 years, almost to the day that Ms. Hearst first kidnapped. Clearly better days. She's kidnapped my heart. Well, that is your download for today. We'll see you again tomorrow.